Hello everybody and welcome back to Magical Melody. I'm here for another update. It's been a couple of days since the horse festival and I have a few things that I want to show everybody that I'm pretty excited for, so let's get moving. I've got a bit of a checklist going on, so I'm just gonna waste a little bit of time. I'm gonna wait for some stores to open and then we're going to go talk to some people. Gonna do some socializing in this episode. I feel like we haven't done that in a little while because I usually just focus on the animals, but I have a couple of things, a couple of new things for you guys. A couple of old things. Something old, something new. And hopefully it'll be a good update. The Flower Festival is tomorrow. However, I don't think that I will be recording that, because I don't think it's going to be anything new. I might have to leave another update for the end of spring, if anything else exciting happens. But everything has been going well, and since I only updated a few days ago, I don't have much to say with the animal situation. All my animals are doing well. Just need to feed them. I don't know where my horse is. It's probably on my map somewhere, but I didn't quite pay attention. I wanted to ride it around to get its training level up. I left it outside last night, and usually the horse is pretty good about bringing itself to where it needs to go, but it maybe just wandered off. I hope it didn't run away or something silly like that. Let's bring Failstar inside. I got a little carried away with mining last night and I ended up having to use the warp, I guess you can say, the warp feature by pressing Z to go home just because it was too late. So I forgot to bring my chicken inside. And that's probably where my horse is. He's probably over by the entrance to the mine. So hopefully he'll be okay. She, I don't know. I tend to say he sometimes and she other times. So I'll feed all these guys. They're all happy now. And it's almost 9 o'clock, so if I walk around a little bit, things should start opening. Which is what I want. I want to go into a couple of buildings. We met Ronald a couple of days ago, and he said that he was going to start an orchard. It was his dream to start a fruit orchard. And a couple of days after he came into town, he had kind of wandered around a little bit, just like he was visiting the village. And then a couple of days after that, I got a letter from him, and he informed me that he has opened up an orchard. And it's a really, really nice looking place. It's quite big as well. He plants all of his fruit trees in this little area just below the base of the mountain. And we're gonna go and see what he's up to. And it's also open every single day except for holidays, which is awesome. So he's easy to find if you need to find him. So let's go see what he's up to. Go and wish him luck in his new business. He looks like he got pretty busy with all those trees. Hey Nixos, howdy. I'm finally gonna start a fruit orchard. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I'm gonna work hard. Good for you. You can pay off all your gambling debt. I found some help, too. Hey, Dan. Oh, Dan can pay off his gambling debt, seeing as how he seems to have a lot of that. Hello, sir. I finished watering the saplings. Hey. I'm gonna be working here from now on. Be cool. Okay. Sure. So yeah, not only does Ronald move in, but you also get Dan as a permanent villager, which is nice if you are planning on marrying him. He's probably my least favorite just because of his personality. I'm not really into guys that are like him. However, he's now a permanent member of Flowerbud Village, so if you want to befriend him, you can. I'm gonna need to befriend him to get a note. I should start on that. I think he has 1 heart. But I'm gonna give him some herbs and such. and befriend him now that he's a permanent villager, and he's gonna work here with Ronald. This is a huge area. This is a house that looks a lot bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. And if you befriend Ronald, you'll also be able to unlock another villager that we're missing, so I'm going to be doing that periodically throughout the rest of the game. And from what I remember, Ronald doesn't actually sell anything. You can get all of the fruit and the saplings from Spring Farm, so there's not really anything too new or interesting going on there. Next order of business is to visit the clinic, because we're going to be upgrading our rucksack today, which I totally forgot about. Welcome, Nick Sauce. And Martha's going to be the one to do it for us. Your rucksack is pretty worn down. You know, if you bring the yarn to me, I'll make your rucksack sturdier and larger. I'm glad to know you can make my sack sturdier and larger. That'll be very helpful. I had a bunch of people remind me periodically throughout my videos. You know, I had mentioned a long time ago getting Martha to give me the final rucksack upgrade, and then I honestly just forgot all about it, and a couple of people have reminded me, so just as a little refresher, once you have Martha up to 2 hearts, you can walk into the clinic, and you'll get that little cutscene where she'll ask you to bring her some yarn. And you can either buy the yarn from Lila, or you can take it from a sheep and put it into a yarn maker, which is what I've done. So if you bring her some yarn after that event and give it to her, she'll make you a bigger rucksack. And it's also one of her most favorite gifts. So it's pretty interesting because you give her the yarn and she accepts it as a gift, but she'll also make you the rucksack, which is pretty cool. Thank you. Now I can make your rucksack bigger as I promised. She's gonna go make us a new one. She's gonna sew like crazy. It'll probably take a little while to make. Here, here, and here, and here, and here. Now there. Aw, poor Nick Sauce probably spent the whole day just waiting for that rucksack to be done. Now it's done. But totally worth the wait. You can carry a lot more than before with this. I received a big rucksack. The rucksack now holds 15 items, which is the max in this game. You're such a hard worker. Take good care of yourself, okay? She's such a nice old lady. So thank you to everybody who reminded me to do that. Like I said, I actually forgot. Honestly and truly, and yeah, a bunch of people had to remind me that I did need to do that. So that is now done, and I actually was planning on showing off something else, but it looks like it's not here quite yet. What happened was I had fast forwarded a day just to do a little bit of practice for this episode, and Lila had moved in. However, it doesn't look like she has moved in right now, so I may have to fast forward a day to see if she will show up, because she's right around where the mayor's house is, unless she's further down. She's kind of out of the way. I always get her little store mixed up. But Lila, you can see here, has actually moved in. I was just a little directionally challenged, but you can see, unfortunately, she's closed today on a Monday, which is a bit of a shame. And tomorrow is a holiday, so I can't go and speak to Lila for a couple of days. But I was having an extremely hard time getting Lila to move in. Normally, she's one of the first villagers to move in. If you meet her on the 23rd of the Flower Festival, and this can be done in your first year, if you shipped enough flowers before you meet her on the 23rd, she'll arrive and move in shortly after. And I've never had a problem getting her store in the past, but I guess maybe I didn't ship enough flowers. I read something that also said you can ship gift items, so perfumes and things like that, to get her to arrive. But I guess I was giving a lot of flowers to Basil and I wasn't shipping a lot of them, so by the time Lila arrived, I hadn't shipped enough. I hadn't met the requirements for her to move in. But she only just moved in, I think today or yesterday, like I said. And I didn't go into her store, obviously, because I didn't want to trigger the cutscene where she's introduced. But we'll go see her. Now that she's moved into town, I'll be able to get her note, and now that Dan is in town, I'll be able to get his note as well. And those are the only 2 villagers that I'm missing, which is great. I won't have to worry about friendships anymore. And that will be all taken care of, which I'm pretty excited about. So, a little bit of confusion there. I always get her store's location mixed up for some reason. It's in such a really weird spot. You don't really go over there, but anyways, we'll have to go see her another time. I like her store. It's really cute. I'm just gonna ship all this worthless crap. Just felt like cleaning up the town a little bit. It's kind of dirty, full of mushrooms and stuff. What I did to get Lila to move in was I just planted a bunch of moondrop flowers. I bought them from a spring farm, planted them, and I think they grow in about 4 days because I really wanted to make sure that I got her because it is the 2nd year. So if we take a look at our list and we scroll all the way to the bottom, we have met all of the characters and everybody has moved in. We're missing 3 characters. 1 is your child. 1 is the character I mentioned that you meet after planting some trees. We're gonna have to meet him, and another character is one you get when you befriend Ronald to a certain level. So I think it's definitely gonna be easy for us to get the last 3 villagers. I don't think I'm too worried about that at this point. I've got a pretty good plan. You can see my heart levels are pretty good as well. And I got 1 new note, nothing too interesting. The note that I got was for planting flowers. I do believe it was the gardening note. So if you plant flowers 5 at once and they all bloom, then you get this note. So it's extremely easy to get. I just got that when I had planted the moondrop flowers. But other than that, nothing else is new. I haven't purchased any new property or any new furniture. And I don't really think that I haven't talked about anything really important. Kind of a shame I didn't get to show off Lila's store, but that's okay. We'll have a little bit more time to update before the season is over. I'm just gonna go take a quick look at my calendar, because there is another festival coming up. The Flower Festival's on the 23rd, and on the 28th is the Cow Festival. Now I'm crossing my fingers that by the time this rolls around, my cow has given birth, because if it hasn't, then I will not actually be able to enter. You need a healthy cow that's not pregnant to enter the festival, and hopefully when the cow does give birth, I'll be able to still meet the requirements. You can see Bessie has 9 hearts, which will pretty much guarantee a win. I think 8 hearts is a guaranteed win in a lot of cases, so it would be really great to be able to attend that festival and to get the note for it and get that over and done with and not have to worry about it. And other than that, all my other animals are good, like I've said, so I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for that. So we'll definitely be seeing the Cow Festival on the 28th. Like I said, I'm most likely not going to be showing off the Flower Festival, and we certainly have a couple more things to show off before the season is over, so I'll be back with another update hopefully soon for you guys. Thank you so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.